Right.
Okay. Good evening, teacher. We are students of BTESL from MSU. We are here to interview you regarding ESL teaching and your opinion about linguistic and non-linguistic challenges faced by you. Before that, we would like to introduce ourselves. My name is Dashni, and these are my group mates.
Hello teacher, I'm JEEVABHASINY MUNISWARAN.
Hello teacher, I'm KIRUBASHNI MUNIANDY.
Hi teacher, I'm SUBBALAXMY Rajendran.
Hello teacher, I'm VISANTHI SARAWANAN.
Okay. Hello, everyone.
Let's start the interview with some introduction of yourself. Can we know your full name?
Okay, everyone knows me as Nurdiana binti Nurdin.
All right, that's a beautiful name, teacher. Where are you from and how old are you?
Okay, I am originally from Johor Bahru. Okay, about my age, interesting. I have stopped counted once I reached 25.
Okay. May I know what bachelor did you take previously and what subject are you teaching at school currently?
Okay, so my first degree was, just like you guys, TESL as my first degree. And right now, currently, I am actually teaching Malaysian University English tests in English College. And I've done that for 11 years already.
Now, my teammate will continue with the questions.
Okay.
Hi teacher. So my first question is, how many years of experience do you have in teaching, teacher?
Okay, as I mentioned to you earlier, I've already taught in school for around 11 years.
11 years. Okay, teacher, that's great. Okay, my next question, do you have any plan to continue masters in degree or you currently doing it?
Okay, I've already possessed masters right now. Okay, and it was I got it back in 2012. Okay, and actually it was linguistic. Okay, linguistic and literature. It's literature media.
Okay, teacher. All right. Okay, my last question. Can you shortly explain your skills and employment history, teacher?
My skill. Okay. As a teacher, I think the most important skill we should have would be critical thinking. So I do believe that I possess that. Okay. And what was the other question again?
Your employment history, teacher.
Okay. Before I actually worked in school, I used to work in University Technology Mara, Lendu Melaka as a lecturer.
Okay.
Yes, for a year. And yeah, that's all there is to it.
All right, that's interesting.
All right, teacher. Now we will continue with the linguistic questions. What is the most challenging situation when teaching English language to the students?
Okay, I hope that my answer will not be controversial. But from my personal experience, we have to say that when you have to teach students at a certain level, so we try to imagine this situation, okay? So in day one, after you've met your new students, you suddenly find out that they are not at that level where you expected them to be. That is actually the most challenging situation in my opinion as an English teacher. Okay, think about it this way. So maybe you have students who are below intermediate proficiency, or you have students who are very weak. Okay, and yet English is actually the medium of instruction for what you are teaching. And then we have students who can't even write a simple sentence without making a mistake. And what about those who are not capable of having a decent control in their writing or in their speech? So it is interesting to ponder, considering that these students have been exposed to English for more than 11 years. Okay, and because of that, they still can't speak or write the language that well. So this is very mind-boggling in my opinion. So 3.5 credit hours are actually allocated for primary students, while 5 hours credit hours actually for secondary school students. have been allocated to them as well. But look at the end result. Many are still not really that good in speaking and writing per se. So what are we to do with them? In order for for a wet teacher such as me, okay, not to waste too much time in trying to teach them basics, just have to allocate a certain amount of time teaching according to the syllabus, or what we are supposed to do with them, doing basic grammar in order to help them out. So I believe a lot of teachers actually face this kind of issue in which when they are ready to teach a new syllabus to the new students, once the new semester starts, only to find out that it couldn't be done. The language knowledge is, in my opinion, the biggest hindrance that stops them from learning something. Okay, that's about it.
That's very understandable, madam. Now my teammate will continue with the next question.
Hello, teacher. VISANTHI here. The question for you is, if the students are not able to understand English language, what are the skills or technique you use to make students?
Okay, so for this one, I actually learned this from a friend of mine currently working in Ohio, USA as an ESL teacher. Perhaps, from her perspective, we can try not to give instructions in the air. So a person who can barely understand a word from you will have a hard time processing the language. So, in other words, instructions, even the basic ones, should be written on board whenever possible. Okay, challenging concepts should be diagrammed or supported with pictures, and you can also go the extra miles by modeling the steps of a process, or you can also exhibit. You can try to exhibit to students what a finished product should look like. That will actually definitely will help you. Okay? It will go a long way toward helping students to comprehend. Okay, so not only this non-linguistic representation improve comprehension for these students, it will also help them to grasp concepts better.
Thank you, teacher. For the
Hello,
next
teacher. Hello, teacher. I'm KIRUBASHNI. So my next question is, how do you handle a large number of students in a classroom?
Okay, so as we all know by now, a large classroom poses problems in allowing students to be engaged in the learning process. Students might be present every day, but they're still not able to participate in any real thinking about the topic being presented. So I guess the method of teaching, like one method like learn and talk, can be applied. Teachers also need to keep a large number of students talking, and at the same time being listened to. With the approach of learn and talk, much would actually be discovered and solidified, even if it happens for less than 20 seconds. It is still going to work.
Yes, madam. Thank you.
Good day, teacher. I'm JEEVABHASINY Muniswaran. The last question I would like to ask: how would you handle constantly disruptive or different students?
Right. For this one, we should know by now that there is no such thing as one size fits all when you want to handle students. So when we talk about disruptive, defiant students, this method might work, or maybe you need to apply something else. So that is why I said, okay, you need to find, or you need to try to do a little bit of research in trying to find ways to handle the students. Okay, so the one thing I would definitely consider is to always apply psychological approach every time. What we can do here is, okay, the first thing that you should do is always be calm and always be in control. Okay, you have to always try to be in control of the situation instead of you getting controlled by the situation. So what I meant here is try not to be emotional. Okay, and one thing I like to do is try to listen and acknowledge their feelings. You know, again, try not to do this in front of the classroom. You also need to avoid making it a class issue. Okay, by just addressing only the student. Okay, that one particular student is the one that is causing the disruption. Okay, and then we could try to do that when we have a one-on-one talk with that student after school. If that couldn't be done, if you cannot stop them from leaving after school, okay, what you can do next, you should remove the student after your class is done and talk to them outside the classroom. So here you have to be very clear that you do not want that behavior to. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you for your well-explained answers, madam. That was very useful and understandable. Finally, I would like to conclude this interview by thanking you for your cooperation with us for this interview and sparing your time. That's all from us. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Thank you,
you're
teacher.
welcome. Okay, thank you for having me for your assignment.
Thank you so much, teacher, for
That was
helping us.
really helpful and interesting.
Okay, I also want to wish you good luck. Hey, before that, semester one student, is it? All of you? Are you
Come again,
semester one?
madam? No, we are second year first semester student.
Oh, time flies. Seriously.
Yes,
Okay,
teacher.
all the best to all of you. Okay, right. Bye.
Thank you, teacher. Bye-bye, teacher.
Bye.
Good evening, teacher. We are students from BTESL from MSU, and we are here to interview you regarding ESL teaching and your opinion about linguistic and non-linguistic challenges faced by you. Before that, we would like to introduce ourselves. My name is DHASHNI, and these are my group mates.
Okay.
A very good day, teacher. I'm
Good
JEEVABHASINY.
Good evening, teacher. I'm KIRUBASHNI MUNIANDY.
Hi, Kiruba.
Hi, teacher. I'm SUBBALAXMY Rajendran.
Hello. Hi.
Hello, teacher. I'm VISANTHI SARAWANAN.
Hi. Hi, Vishanti.
Let's start the interview with some introduction of yourself, teacher. Can we know your full name?
Yeah, my name is Tavamani Ramasamy.
That's a beautiful name, teacher. Where are you from and how old are you, teacher?
I am from Sumane. Yeah, and I'm teaching in SMK Bandarinchi.
Okay, thank you, madam. And may I know what bachelor did you take previously and what subject are you teaching at school currently?
Okay, I studied in UKM for BA Education in TESOL, and right now I'm teaching English.
Okay, thank you, madam. And now my group mate will continue with the question.
Yeah, sure.
Hi, teacher. So my
Hi.
question, how many years of experience do you have in teaching, teacher?
Okay, I've been teaching for the past 27 years.
Oh, that's great, teacher.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have any plan to continue masters in degree or you currently doing it, teacher?
Actually, I studied in Maktab Perguruan Rajam Lewa. Then after teaching experience for 10 years, I furthered my studies in UKM for degree. Then after that, I was offered to do masters for 2 years, but I was thinking it's too late because I was having a daughter so it's like made me to focus on my daughter. Therefore, I couldn't continue my masters.
Okay, teacher. Okay, so my third question, can you shortly explain your skills and employment history?
My skills, meaning I'm a teacher, English teacher.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, my experience, okay, this is my 7th school. I started working in 1993, December. Those days, we start school in December, my
Okay,
time.
teacher.
So till now, so this is my 7th school. I got married and I traveled a few schools. So this looks like going to be, hopefully this will be my last school.
Okay, teacher. Thank you, teacher. That's all from me.
Okay.
Now we will continue with the linguistic questions.
Yeah.
What is the most challenging situation when teaching English language to the students?
Okay. When you look at the KSSM, Curriculum Standard Sekolah Menengah, we have the main skill. We have four main skills: writing, reading, speaking, and listening. It is all actually incorporated. Okay. So to me, among all the four, since all these four are interacted, even if the students could not understand one of them, excuse me, I find it going to be very difficult. It's a great challenge for me because it involves the communication. So when we find our student could not communicate with us via writing, listening, speaking, or reading, I find it is it's something very challenging because all these four skills are actually interacted. It couldn't stand without one. Like you need reading in order for you to answer the comprehension questions, and then you need to speak when you read it, and you also need to listen when the other friends are reading, and then after that you need to write it the questions. So to me it's all interacted. So I would say all the four the skills very challenging if they don't understand.
True, madam. I understand and I actually agree with your opinion. That is actually challenging to interrelate the four skills together and teach the students and make them understand at the same time. Now, my friend will continue with the next question. Thank you from me.
Yeah.
Hello, teacher. Vishanthi here.
Yeah.
My question for you is, if the students are not able to understand the English language, what are the skills you use to the students make understand?
Okay. If you ask me, to give a reason, linguistic way, I would say, okay, we must understand that the students are from various kind of backgrounds. Each one of them from a different background, the different ethnicity, different abilities, isn't it? We are so much different in faculties, in understanding all this. For example, if you enter standard 1, we shouldn't assume that standard 1 you should know how to spell, because some of the students they may not understand what is how to spell book. So to me, we have to identify the student abilities, the students' faculties, what the student know. And in a classroom, we shouldn't assume all of them have the same intellectual abilities. Their skills are very much different. Therefore, we need to do group discussion. We need to have these groups. If you tell me groups, I would say you can have it 3 groups. So whatever task you are assigning to the students should be according to their abilities. One should be a very intelligent group. You put them all together, give them according to their abilities. Another one would be a moderate one. And the third one would be a poor student. For a poor student, you won't give them like a journal. It's very impossible. It could provoke challenges. Sometimes we are let the students to have inferiority complex. So therefore, I always feel that understanding their students' abilities is very important. After that, we should assign tasks according to their abilities. It is not according to the standard 1, standard 2, or form 1, form 2. You are this, so you must take it. It's not like that.
Thank you for the clear explanation, teacher. It was very helpful.
Yeah.
The next presenter will ask next question.
So in short, we must know we should go by student standard task. Student standard task. It's not teacher standard task.
Yes, madam. And now the next presenter will continue with the question.
Okay.
Hi teacher, it's KIRUBASHNI again. So the following question is non-linguistic question. So the question is, how do you handle a large number of students in a classroom?
Okay. A large
How do
number
you
like
handle a large number of students in a classroom?
okay, large number of students, yeah. Okay, right
Yes,
now in
teacher.
our classrooms, we have a maximum of 37, 38, 40, maximum of 40. So this 40 or 15 or 20, our management could be different. But in like a 10, even between the 10, we still need to divide them into groups. If it's a large group, 40, maybe you can divide them into 4, 10 in a group. So the groups, to me, you can have a group of students with same abilities, another group, okay, another time you can even have a multiple abilities, students with multiple abilities. Okay, when you put the students with same abilities, meaning you are going to give them the same exercise, the same task. Therefore, they can discuss, they can have their same understanding. Whereas when you group them into multiple abilities, for example, one is very good at listening, one is very good at writing, become a secretary, another one can be a leader in the group. So here you are actually helping them to boost their abilities according to, differently. So here the good ones may help the poor ones. The poor ones may help in a different way. For example, getting tasks from the teacher, explaining these rules or something like that. So we can divide them into two groups. So this is how I feel we should handle, even though it's either bigger or a smaller group. And then the class control is very important. When it comes to a big group, we tend to lose control of them because many of them, so they have a lot of noise and so on. So we must give them something interesting, something everybody can focus, so something everybody can cooperative and do together. Otherwise, the class will be very noisy.
Well noted explanation, teacher. Thank you.
Okay.
So the next presenter.
Hi, teacher. I'm JEEVABHASINY here.
Yeah.
The last question I would like to ask is, how would you handle constantly disrupting of different students?
Okay. So if you ask me to give a non-linguistic reason, I would say we should note about their psychological aspect. In this universal, everyone, I think all of us in this world, could be a teacher, could be parents, could be politicians, could be you, could be me. We are looking for love. We want attention, isn't it? So to me, I don't always consider them as a destructive or a defiant student. I always feel that they are lack of something. Their background. Sometimes they are from a broken families. Sometimes they are from a parent, very busy parents. The parents could not spend time with them, could not show love or care to them. Some students from a very poverty background. So when they come to school, some of them they cannot focus. Some of them are very hungry. Some of them they want your attention. So some students who are from a lack of attention from home, they need somebody to replace, to find for the attention, the replacement from the love of the parents. So they seek their friends. Another person, their closest friend, is the teacher. Let's say when a student talk to you, you say you use some harsh words, they won't come back to you. But if you use some love, a little bit of love, little bit of care, they will come back to you. So this disruptive, this defiant, I don't consider them as a defiant or a disruptive student. Always think these children, they want my love, they want my attention. Show them little bit of attention. So this is how I feel. Another thing is, if they don't know the answer, if they don't know the answer, they will make fun of you, they will make laughter, they will do a lot of things. It is not actually to to disrupt the class. No, they just want to maintain their ego. So for this kind of student, you must say, you shouldn't say you made the wrong answer. How can you do a wrong? Give me this. I'm teaching you for the whole day, but you still don't understand. No, you must say, you are partially right. How can you improve this? You did very well, but you need a little bit of modification here and there. Very good. This will really boost up their ego to show this to the friends. Say, I also can do it. So I always feel that you must show them attention and love and care, or just do this or tap their body. They will, oh my God, somebody has touched me. You know, the touching physically is also, you will actually also touch their heart. And then the next day they'll look for you. I like my English teacher, even though don't know anything in English, but they will love, because they fall in love with the teacher, they like to come to the school. So this is what I feel. Handling them, use some psychological facts to help them.
That's a very clear explanation, madam. Thank you, teacher.
Welcome.
Thank you for the clear explanation and very detailed information, which is something new for us. And we are still learning, and we have learned a lot from you today, Madam Madam Tava. And finally, I would like to conclude this interview by thanking you for sparing us your time and agreeing us for this interview. And that's all from us. And your information actually helped us very much, not only for this assignment, but also for our future usage, for our working careers. Thank you very much, madam. And that's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Welcome. We are learning, all of us are learning daily. Okay, all the best to all of you. So see you all soon. Have a future, a bright future, be a teacher, and to help this nation to be a better nation.
That's a lot of encouragement that we received today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. That's
Okay,
all.
bye-bye.